Ladies and gentlemen, hello! It is me, it is myself, it is I. You all know me. Of course you do, why wouldn't you? I am Logan. It is so good to see you guys again. You would have seen me on Wednesday, of course, if you tuned in to the realistic comms. But however, welcome back to Tier 1. We're here in Silverstone, the home of the British Grand Prix. Let's run you through some new ordeals, some new rules, some new regulations in F1 26. Hello to Cadillac and hello to Audi. It is goodbye Sauber and goodbye Renault. And it is hello Stray Mode and goodbye to our good friend, the DRS. Who's coming out on track? Shall we see? It is Jason. Okie dokie. Is it going to change? There we go. We stand board with Jason here. We'll keep watching him. Should be using... you see there? It's blue. It is not yellow. Boost mode, ladies and gentlemen. Still not got any telemetry on my spectate. However, boost mode, ladies and gentlemen. Extra power when you're within 1 second of the car ahead, or you can use it throughout a qualifying lap. So then we've got Night Owl starting us off in the Ferrari. Let's go on board for a lap at Silverstone. We take you through it. The straight mode closes flat out through turn 1. However, you do have to downshift. Going into non-ERS mode, 46 on the Ferrari, the Hamilton helmet. Of course, Hamilton, I'm so happy he won today. That is not relevant though. We've got Milan and Region behind him starting laps. Region will be first. Pavelson behind them. I'm going to get very confused with the Cadillacs and the Haskars and the Audis and the Ferraris tonight. So you're going to have to excuse that if you so please. 27, 27-8 in Sector 1. Jason retired from the session. Not too sure what's happened there. But we'll see yellow flags out in Sector 3. I believe in Aston is just going slowly. We could be having a full... Oh, we do have a full lobby here tonight, excuse me. I apologise. Car in front of Night Owl. That is the other Alpine. That will be Marco debuting tonight, I believe. Never seen him before, so it is hello to Marco. It is hello to LSJ as well, I believe. Is Marco going to stay out of the way? He's weaving. Is he going to move? Don't slow down too much, Marco. Night Owl completely out of energy. Good that he's not caused a yellow flag there from Marco. That's a good man. Yeah, completely out of energy. One more braking zone to go. Try and charge it up a little bit more. And then coming out of Vale, I think it is, into club. Using all of the battery to the line. 20.83. Not a bad lap. We've got Region then in the Red Bull Region, you could say. 28.5, not too shabby. Now we've got Milan, bottled it on lap 25 in Madrid on Monday in the Aston Martin. Incredible for him to even be that high up. Pavelson goes P2 in the Cadillac. What a performance it can be if Cadillac can score some points tonight. Let's have a look then at the Audis. There's Speed Demon as Shane and Vortex go P4 and P6 respectively. Buraz in the Audi, jumps up to P2 as Source in the Cadillac jumps to P4. The time's really dropping in now. DJ goes P5 and that is Night Owl all the way down to P7. Of course, just a few minutes ago, Judas jumps up to P1 in the Aston Martin. Excuse me. Okay, the McLaren's now crossing the line. Bassoon and Dragon and Bassoon. Dragon to P6. Where's our good friend Bassoon going to go? We wait, P8. Who's next? I think it is going to be Raza. It will indeed be Raza. And then Olsen. So where is Olsen going to go? Olsen to P2. Okie dokie. We've got Will's next. Where is Will going to go? Will go to the top. We will wait and see. What does Will do? Will go P6. John Marco now then of MNC Alpine. P9, not too shabby. And that should be everyone doing a one and done. Nobody should be pushing again. Very interesting. 27.4 then in Sector 1 for Speed Demon of Audi. Yellow flags behind him. That's not going to be helping. That's not going to be helpful, excuse me, too much. We've got a yellow flag in Stowe and a yellow flag down the Wellington Straight. You've got to be careful not to cause yellow flags in qualifying. We'll see who that's for. It is for Wills causing that yellow flag in Sector 1. McLaren in sector 3, that will be Dusty Bassoon, who has invalidated and will trundle back to the start line. Lando Norris! Another yellow flag. I think it's Will again. It was. Anyways, back to Speed Demon. And another yellow flag. In sector 3, you've got to be more careful with this, guys. I think that was Hugh that time. Considering LSJ is on a push lap. What's it going to be then for Speed Demon? P1! 26.9! Woohoo! Judas has a little bit of a spin. Out of left field, good that he doesn't cause a yellow. Who will be next then? Let's see, it'll be Shane. Well, it probably won't be Shane, it might be the other Audi. It is Raz actually. Starting a lap. I believe it's a Cadillac in front of him. No, it's a Husqvarna in front of him. Starting a lap, but Shane jumps to P12. The Ferrari behind him, I believe that is Night Owl. No, it's not. It is Frank the Tank. However, he is not improving. Vortex in sector 3 to start a lap. Will in sector 3 to start a lap. So it will be... Where's he gone? It will be LSJ to finish his lap, coming into the Vale corner. Into Club corner, excuse me. He only goes P19. Not good enough for Mercedes here. Could see both cars out in Q1 once again. Unlike real life completely, you'd expect. What about the Cadillacs then? 3 times up for South. Palmerson just starting a lap, I believe. South jumps to P8. Palmerson will be... Palmerson finishes lap, excuse me. As I believe... Who was that? That was Bassoon jumping up to P6, getting out of the way of the Aston Martin nice and promptly. In some cases, of course, you can't not cause a yellow flag. So you're in a bit of a pickle there. Well then, will DJ be into the pit lane? No, DJ will stay out. DJ's got the life left in his tyres then. What'll it be for the Red Bull? Can he save his qualifying? Can he save his race? We've had a slow Haas car. I believe that is Olsen. It's a Cadillac. So it must be. What car is he? I'm so lost. Anyway, the Ferrari is like right on his arse, on Patterson's arse. So anyway. Anyways, Judas is going to be the first... Oh, Judas is invalidated. Judas, you don't matter. You do matter. I mean that in a nice way. Speed Demon's going to be the first one to cross the line. Speed Demon spins! And he saves it! Just like Max Verstappen! Incredible! So the Ferrari of Night Owl will be the first... No! The Ferrari of Frank will be the first one to cross the line. A tap down, the sectors did not help him, but he does improve. Then it is Night Owl. P16, we've got a McLaren behind. That is Dragon. Dragon goes to P3. The Williams comes into the pit lane. LS out of the session. We've got an Aston Martin. Raza retires. That's really fucking stupid of him. That's stupid from Raza. That really is. Gotta wait till you get in, buddy. Bassoon stays P10. The Red Bull of DJ. Can he save his qualifying? He can! P10 for DJ. Top G next then. Spins on the line. No, nearly improves. Freed South in the Cadillac. Will Cadillac get 2? They can, they do. Incredible. Or do they? Marco can deny the Cadillac dream. Here comes Marco. What's it going to be? Cadillac. P16. Cadillac have got both drivers into Q2. Incredible! What a result for the team. Back to it then, here in Silverstone. DJ has lagged up the session. I don't have him added, so that's unfortunate. Every driver, either on the hard or medium Milan, looking to go along here in Stint 1. goes on the medium, on the Harley, excuse me, along with Will. People are getting this. How the fuck has DJ been disqualified then? Okay then. So we've got Milan, Will, Bassoon, Night Owl, Regent, and Raza all on the hards. It is time then. In Silverstone, 22 cars on the grid, and we wait for the lights. 3, 4, 5. We are go for the first ever F1 26 race here in Silverstone. The E1 Prix is go. Yellow flags immediately. Not too sure why. Side by side, loads of drivers. However, Vortex keeping the lead. Olsen challenging Speed Demon down into turn 3. Of course, flat off return 1 and 2. We've got a... Is it an Audi? We've got an Audi, I believe, spun round. However, everybody keeps it. Still going there nice and strong. No cars out of this race. Red Bull falling back to last and third last right now. However, that is not the cause of provocation. We've got Cadillac 11 and 12. The Cadillac's fighting Shane. Let's have a quick look at that, shall we? Nothing's happening, of course. Mercedes, a few jazz looking to go round the outside at 1 and now maybe 2 cars, but he cannot get it done. In a Cops then, what will we see? Any moves? Anyone being nice and outrageous? Don't think so. We have got 2 cars side by side, the Raza and Hugh Jazz, and we've got a car off. I believe that was... Who was that going off? I'm not too sure. Might have been Shane in the Aston Martin. Nice and clean through lap 1 for the most part. Frank has rejoined, so that is good. Will we see any sends into the final chicane? Judas is definitely thinking about it. We're on the outside on Will. Will has a big lockup. We're going to pull with Top G to get a pretty good view. They nearly collide. Will goes a bit deep. And there we have it. Lap 1 over and done with. DJ, if you can add me really quickly, I will help you get back in. Add me on EA, JDM 1477. We've got Shane into the pit lane then. Is this for a front wing change for the Aston Martin? I believe it could be. What's it for? It is for a front wing change. Hard tyres onto the Aston Martin. If that team had no luck, they've if that fuck's sake, if that team didn't have bad luck, they'd have no luck at all. Top G and Judas looking to go side by side again then. LSJ and Hugh Jazz provisionally side by side for just a moment. DJ, I hate to say it, you're down to P20, my friends. Night Owl looking for the move on Patterson. Running out of energy though, so probably nothing he can do. However, Top G has got nothing in the battery. That's not good. Brandy overtakes Speed Demon as Bassoon gets back in. Didn't even know Bassoon wasn't in the session. Side by side then into Stowe. Speed Demon, P3 to the lead within 2 sectors. And side by side behind we've got Top G, Patterson, Sosa and Night Owl all scrapping it out here for P10. We've evened out, relatively speaking. Speed Demon the fastest lap, the first driver into the 129s of course. Will Vortex send it down the inside, he thinks about it. On board with the VCOP driver, he's going to go for the lead into turn 4. Vortex having the boost, using it out of turn 3, and 4, and 5. Up the Wellington straight, into turn 6. Thinks about the move, doesn't make it though. Through turn 7, we've got a yellow flag in the back, that is for Raza. Off at Aintree, at turn 5, and I gotta say, what on earth has happened there? He's doing his best Kimi Räikkönen impression, guys. That's all. I'm telling you, if Shane didn't have bad luck, he would have no luck at all, and I would have killed myself by now. I love you, Shane. Don't retire like you did on Wednesday. Side by side then, South and Night Owl. Just got a glimpse of that in the background, but we are focusing on this lead fight. We've got more yellow flags in the back. That is for DJ, I believe, who has just had a little bit of oversteer. Dragon being overtaken by Arash. But Russell giving it the hassle. Into P5. Pavlson gets it on top G. And he's going to have to push pretty damn hard. Side by side, Marco sends it on the inside of Judas. Side by side. Will we get a through goes whom? No, we won't. We've got Nidal dropping down the order. And he comes into the pit lane already. So this must be some wing damage for the Ferrari driver. Which is very not good. In the front though. Vortex, that is Schaus, that is not who I wanted to spectate. You guys saw that, right? It definitely said Vortex. I'm not schizo. Vortex took the lead going into turn 4. Will Speed Demon fight back? No, he won't. Thinks better of it. And fair play to him. We've got Razzle. Sorry. He's not Raz. Oh dear. Raz then not fighting back, and I gotta say, I really do. Oh, I pressed the wrong button for Christ's sake. I really do like the Audi engine. It's very nice. We've got Marco and Will side by side, but John making the move stick. Look at how slow the cars are. Whoa, Vortex! Huge slide! And we could easily see Speed Demon take back the lead. Is he not using straight mode? Am I fucking retarded? Are they not using straight mode? They're not! Guys, I'm not schizophrenic, right? They should be using straight mode. Guys, where's the straight mode? Wait, we're not using it? Doesn't matter. Regent into the pit lane. Again, another driver on the hards. What is happening to all these guys tonight? Is this for a front wing change too? It is. What on earth? What is happening tonight? I don't know. Where's he going to come out? I think he will be behind Night Owl. However, we've got changes, not just for the hopefully new, but for P3 as well. Will we go side by side in comps? Yes! Olsen's going to go for them both! No way! We're 3 wide! And they all back out of it. Quite sensible though. 5 drivers separated by under a second. This is incredible racing. This, ladies and gentlemen, is 2026. This, the best racing you've seen for some long time. We've got Marco and Dragon swapping positions, and in front of them, the 2 Haskars side by side into Stowe. It would really help if I had a co-commentator. I can't keep up with all this friggin' action. And they swap back into Vale. I don't think I'm getting them right. I should know that considering I'm at my home race. We've got a car off, Dragons off, into the gravel with Judas. What on earth has happened there? Have they crashed? Who knows? We don't know. Whoa, he's a fucking hell! Judas! Hang on, where's the duck? Oh! It gets even worse! What is happening? And he takes out the bollard! And Judas gets a 10 sec! Hang on, we don't want the duck for the penalties. Sure, because that works. Speed Demon and Milan side by side. Audi versus Haas. Toyota versus Reveille, one could say. Audi coming out on top, but Milan, is going to look to fight back into cops. Nothing doing though. I think Raz might have just gone off there in the background. We're getting more information on what happened to Judas and Dragon when it is provided. But for now, I can make my best assumptions that Dragon went off on the curb and subsequently took out Judas. However, down the inside on 1, nearly going down the inside on 2, goes Milan. Thinks about it, doesn't make it work. And however, breezes past. Oh, that was close. Vortex staying in the lead then. He's led almost every single lap of this British Grand Prix. That is to be expected. Night Owl leaves the session. Of course, I'm led to believe he's just lagged out. Will we see Milan go for the move into turn 3? No, we won't. I don't want to clip it. Oh, go away. Go away. No, go away. This phone is stupid. This phone is really stupid. 6 cars separated by about 2 seconds. We've got 2 cars into the pit lane, Judas and LSJ. I'm led to believe both of those drivers got front wing damage. Well, I mean, of course, we know they got front wing damage. And the lead finally swaps into cops. A little bit of contact on the exit. As Night Owl rejoins the session. Will we go side by side in Meckens and Beckett's? No. Top G and South and Pavelson side by side then into turn 1. Fair play to them all. Will we see a Pavelson move into turn 3? He does, down the inside, but he locks up and hits him. Top G makes contact with Pavelson. I'm led to believe that is all on Pavelson there. Cadillac once again side by side. The American ambush, they may say. Will they get 1 and 2, 2 and 3? Here we go. Source around the outside. We've got Region Matari in the pit lane. That does not matter. Top G squeezes out south. You're going to have to excuse me for a moment, guys, because my throat is killing me, so I'm going to go and take some tablets, so just bear with me. I'll be as quick as I can. Right, I do apologise, everyone. I am back. I can see in the meantime we've had Speed Demon, Vortex and Olsen all pit, and I see that Olsen is ahead of Vortex. And I got my water, so that's good. Chin chin, as we say in Scotland. Side by side then, Vortex and Olsen jump Frank at the heat tank. We've got Marco into the pit lane. Should come out miles behind this leading lot. Raza gets a penalty. You know what that means. Oh yeah, Region DNF, I forgot about that. There we are, we've made up for the Region DNF. Oh, we've got another penalty, right. There we go, well done DJ. Frank Bassoon then into the pit lane. The DJ gets a 10 sec and retires, so you know what that means. I can't do them both at once. Anyway, Red Bull are doubly out now, so I'm gonna do this if a team has a double DNF. So there we go. The team's had a double DNF. Cadillac side by side then. Into cops, just swapping positions. However, P7 and P8 is great for the team right now. Hugh and Jason, Will and Pavelson. Will gets it done. And Will has really got to pull away now. But he's got almost no energy left, so we could see Pavelson breezing back past him. And we can even see South. And we can even see Hugh. Ah, Hugh lifts off. That was an easy move. Oh, Hugh. Hugh Bird. Hugh Jass. Side by side there. Will and South. South and Will. It's going to be close here. They make contact. Again. Will pushing another driver off attack in the chicane. I think Will might have to give that one back there. That's a bit risky. I know South pushed him a little bit deep, but I think Will could have backed out from that, in my opinion. I could be wrong. I apologise if I am. And cops. Stays in front of Hugh Jazz though. And we've got Will and Pavelson side by side as it was one lap ago. But again, he's really running low on energy. Raz and Marcus swap positions. Here we go again. There goes one. Will the other? Goes to the inside to South. He thinks about it. Does he make it stick? No, he doesn't. Another position gone for the V-Cup. He has to spend time regaining this energy, and it's going to be as it was a lap ago. Will it be? Through goes, through stays, South. I nearly said through goes Will. Oh man, that would have been cool to shout. All the time these guys are squabbling though. Do you know what? Sod it. Let's look at Frank. No, this is Night Owl. How you doing, Night Owl? What you doing? Are you going on to softs? Or are you going on to medium? Shall we see? LSJ's in the pit lane as well. Night Owl. Good stop. 2.2, 2.4, 2.2, one of the two. Oh, hey. And so is LSJ onto the mediums. Oh, fuck off, Ewan. I know, I'm amazing to the viewers. And if they're nice to me, but you're not, Ewan. You're a horrible man. I'm kidding, I love you. Well, Will has been smarter this lap. He's allowed the Cadillacs to stay in front. And hopefully, he can get one. Here he comes. We've got a penalty. You know what that means. Anyways. He's going to think about it. On the inside of Pavlson. Again, they nearly make contact. Another Cadillac and another RB crashing. And the Cadillacs will remain the same places as it was one lap ago. The Cadillacs swap positions. South swap into P7. Yeah, penalty means choo-choo train. You should have been here for Wednesday. You would understand the reference. Side by side then, the Cadillacs. Through goes Will on one, but you're going to be free wide for a split second there. Through turn 5. Will we be free wide again? The Mercedes thinks about it. Doesn't do it though. And Will gets the position done. We've had a retirement. You know what that means. There we go. Obviously the caution in sector 3. That will be rescinded soon enough. Judas out of this race here at Silverstone. He wasn't doing too well. I can't say I blame him. Raz and Marker staying roughly the same. Look at the train behind them. As Will goes off the track. That has got to be a warning. We'll check that in a moment though. I think he's getting a lot of time there. He shouldn't be allowed to make this move. It'll be unfair if he does. Side by side go to Cadillacs. Midnight Cadillac they say. Pavlson down the inside. Source down the inside, excuse me. Pavlson takes the inside back. You guys are letting Will pull away. Don't do this, Cadillac. There we are. They've evened out. Now they're going to have to not be idiots. I mean, Will's got 0 battery. Oh, for fuck's sake! Thank you, Frank. What a man. Oh, for fuck's sake, Frank. I mean, hey, Salsa's got no energy now. But Pavlson has. The Cadillacs might need to swap positions again. Now says the what do I do for the fastest lap? What do I do for the fastest lap? That's a really good question. I've got for the fastest lap. I'll shake my money box. Is this the customary now for when I'm alone? Do you reckon? And hey, look who's joined this fight. Dragon is here. So that's interesting. 7 cars separated. 7? I can't count. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cars. And well, they're really pulling away. It's Pavlson trying round the outside on his teammate. Pushes him off to Sauce. Pavlson's not going to give this one up so easy. The Cadillacs nearly make contact. Pavlson's going to try for the inside through Club Corner. Knick-knack Cadillac. And it's 10th then, between the top two. Could see a late race safety car there, swap this thing up. Side by side then Dragon and Jason. Jason dropping back down to P12. Ooh, that was close there from Dragon. Fuck! Anyways. Night Owls into the pit lane. Fuck's sake, you guys know what that means. Not just that, don't forget. Hang on, I gotta get it back out of the box. I gotta stop putting it away. Isn't this exhilarating? Isn't this splendid? Side by side, Hugh Jass and Pavel and Sosa. I can't speak. It was Hugh Jass and Pavel. I was right the first time round. Sosa is a really good final chicane here. However, that doesn't matter because side by side for the lead, we've got Night Owl off. Of course, we've got a Ferrari off. He's at the fucking race. You spastic. Vortex, extra tyres, extra energy into turn 5. Stays put in P2. Although he's practically shoving him through the corners. We'll go up with Olsen. We won't see much. Never mind, we're going back up with Vortex. Into Cops! Here we go! Side by side for the lead! Ho-ho-ho! Side by side into Magnus and Beckett! Contact! Marco and Raz swap positions. That doesn't matter for now though. We want to watch this fight for the lead. Will Vortex come back into stir? Will Speed Demon, excuse me, come back into stir? No, he won't. What about Marco and Raz? What's kicking them out in their land? Let's see. Will Raz get him? The Razzle Dazzle? Indeed he doesn't, yes. Well then, Knick-Knack Cadillac. Still P8 and P9. Side by side. He's going to brake late. Sart is going to brake late. But Pavelson brakes later. Judas has left the session. Can't say I blame him too much. These guys in the midfield starting to break out ever so slightly. Well then, 24 laps gone here at Silverstone. 3 more to go. And I tell you what, this top 4 could be anyone's race, but it could be Vortex's to lose. Down the inside goes Speed Demon. However, Vortex holds that inside line for turn 7 and turn 8. Nothing doing there. Are they? They're not opening the fucking straight mode. I swear to God, guys, I am not schizophrenic. They're not opening it. Hang on. I have an idea. I have an idea. Let's just... I have an idea. Fuck. Didn't work. Will seems to have made a pretty substantial mistake. All the tyres are just dropping off. Because, well, I mean, he's lost so much time. That's the Cadillacs. Is this strategical from the V-Cup? Let's have a look at his tyres. They still look okay. See if we can see the rears. I mean, the rears are definitely going. See if we can see him. The rears looking a bit worse for wear. See where the Cadillacs go for a move on one another. Side by side, Pavelson and Sauce once more. Sauce and Pavelson. Into Vale. Into Club. Still side by side they go. And again, I mean, they're just hemorrhaging time to Will. Both of them could have got him. They got to work together. And they really, really do. Anyways, focusing back up the front. Let's see. Who, whom, and what is it going to be? I've got an advert on my Twitch, which is actually kind of perfect timing because I didn't want it on the final lap, so thank you for once, Twitch. Actually quite helpful. Aha, I've just seen that, hello Sophie, you're watching. Hello, I didn't know that. See, I keep telling you, I gotta look at my Instagram a lot more. I love you, really. Who's it going to be then? We've got Raza at the back. Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh, right, where did I throw the duck? I put the duck somewhere and I don't remember. Found it. Thank God Mercedes aren't both out. Anyway, Vortex and Speed Demon into the final chicane. Nearly a bit of contact. 4 cars under a second as we go into the last lap in Silverstone. You can't make your move, of course, with the yellow flags. So Vortex sticks behind and makes his choices. Down into turn 3. The V-Cup goes for it. On the Audi, I'm going to fucking drop my controller. Anything can happen. I want to stand up. I'm gonna stand up. Go on, let's stand up. Hell yeah! On this last lap, Vortex down the inside. Speed Demon defends for all his might, but it is not enough. Speed Demon gets the position on Vortex, but they make contact. Bassoon gets a penalty. I can't keep reaching for that. I'm not gonna bother. Side by side for P2. Olsen backs out. He knows he's got 2 more opportunities, but we are more worried about Demon and Vortex. Who is going to take this win? 4 cars, 1 second, 1 race winner. Speed Demon's going to lose it. And Milan gets through on both of them. Vortex, this is your race to lose. He's got it wrapped up. The Haas cars side by side. One more time as we head into Stowe. Who's going to get it? Milan's still in front. Do they make contact? No. Vortex, what a race. What a drive. He wins in Silverstone. Milan, alternate Speed Demon, taking up 3rd, 2nd and 4th behind them. Who's it going to be? Marco or Raz? Marco P5. Pavelson got Will on the last lap, but Pavelson and Source and Will really deep. That'll be a penalty for Will. Side by side, one more time for P9. Just gets him on the line. Oh boy, and we breathe. He got the front nose is gone for Bassoon. As if there couldn't be any more. Oh boy, what a race. What a race! Vortex, you are the championship leader, the race winner, and what a drive it has been for Visa Cash App Racing Board. 2 cars in the points, 1 victory, and another top 10 finish. Oh man, we go for Shane then. It's been a tough event for him. He runs out of fuel. Coming to the line. He'll say, thank God it's the last lap, and thank God it is over. Razza then, again another tough event for Williams, P13 and P16 respectively. The one stop, the way to go for most of our drivers. But one event from our top 3, and I can't believe Speed Demon did that. I can't believe it. I mean, he would have won this race. Speed Demon would have won this race. That is all I'm saying. But he didn't. That's all that matters. He did what Milan did on lap 25 in Madrid, but it was even worse, excuse me, because Milan had a penalty. Who didn't have a penalty? Speed Demon. Your race results then. In Silverstone, P1 Vortex and Milan and Olsen round off the podium for TTRL Haas F1 team. Audi taking P4 and P6 on debut. What a result for that team. My driver of the day goes to Marco. P7 for Pavelson, P8 for Will, and I think that will be investigated, that final lap move. Hugh Jazz P9, Source P10, and Dragon takes P11, the Italian, having a really big struggle after his contact with Judas early on. Jason takes P12 in the Alpine then, Top G P13, Bassoon P14, Shane P15, and the last of our finishers will be Razza in P16. LSJ classified 3 laps down, he didn't finish the race. Night Owl, Frank, Judas, DJ and Regent, all not finishing this race. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I have been Logan. I will see you next week in Madrid at the Madring for the Madrid E-Prix. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. From me, myself and I, the one, the only Logan. It has been wonderful having your company. And from me, I've said that like 4 fucking times. And for one final time, it is adios, arrivederci, au revoir, and bye-bye now.